In the high-stakes gold rush for AI dominance, all you hear about are these billion-dollar handshakes and blockbuster deals. But while all the big names are making huge, loud bets, Google seems to be playing a totally different game, something quieter, more deliberate. So let's dive in and really unpack what might be a massively misunderstood gambit from Google Cloud.
I mean, you see these insane deals flying around left and right, and you have to wonder, where's Google in all this? It really looks like they're getting cut out of the action. But are they actually on the sidelines, or are they just playing on a completely different field? That's the big question we're going to tackle.
Okay, first things first, we need to get a sense of the sheer scale of what's going on out there. The AI landscape is being redrawn right now by these enormous partnerships, and we're talking about deals with numbers that are almost hard to believe.
Let's just start with the latest head-turner, Nvidia and OpenAI, a staggering $100 billion partnership. This isn't just about cash, you know. It's about locking down immense computing power and basically intertwining two of the most powerful players in AI.
And then, of course, you've got Microsoft. Their investment in OpenAI has just exploded, now sitting at around $14 billion. It's one of the foundational alliances of this entire AI era, giving them that deep integration with the folks behind ChatGPT.
And then this one. This was the real surprise. Oracle swooped in and secured a jaw-dropping 5-year, $300 billion cloud commitment from OpenAI. I mean, come on. That single deal launched them right into the center of the AI infrastructure race.
So here's the takeaway. The major players are locking each other into these massive, almost exclusive deals. You've got Microsoft with OpenAI, Amazon throwing $8 billion in Anthropic, and as we just saw, Nvidia and Oracle have also hitched their wagons to OpenAI. It's like a game of musical chairs where all the seats are being claimed by just a few giants.
Which naturally brings us back to Google. Seeing all this, you'd be forgiven for thinking they're being left in the dust. But nope, they're not just sitting on their hands. They're making a completely different bet, one that avoids fighting over today's champions to focus on tomorrow's.
And this slide right here lays it out perfectly. You've got two competing playbooks. On one side, the mega deal strategy. Go after the big established players like OpenAI and Anthropic with these huge exclusive contracts. But on the other side, you've got Google's strategy, what they call flood the zone. The goal isn't to buy the biggest player today, it's to capture the next generation of AI companies, making hundreds of smaller bets on startups before they blow up.
This quote from Francis deSouza, who's the COO at Google Cloud, gets right to the heart of their thinking. He knows that in the world of AI, a company can go from a garage startup to a global force fast, incredibly fast. So the key is to get them on your team, on your platform, before they become that giant. So how are they actually doing it? Well, it's this really compelling three-part offer. First, they give them the fuel, up to $350,000 in cloud credits. For a young company, that's a massive runway. Second, technical access. They connect these startups directly with Google's own engineers and AI tools. And third, market support. They actually help these startups find customers. It's basically a full-service incubation program. And the big question is it working? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves, right? This is the payoff. While everyone else is fighting over a few big fish, Google Cloud has quietly become the home for 60% of all generative AI startups. 60%. They've captured the majority of the entire emerging market. And the other stats are just as wild. 9 out of the 10 top AI research labs, they're using Google's infrastructure. Nearly all of the existing generative AI unicorns, the billion-dollar startups, they already run on Google Cloud. And they have $58 billion in new revenue commitments lined up. So yeah, they might not have the single flashiest deal, but their foundation is incredibly broad and incredibly deep. But this strategy gets even more interesting, more complex. It's not just about startups. It's also about how they deal with their biggest rivals. They are playing friend and foe at the same time, taking on what you could call a Switzerland approach.
This is such a fascinating idea, strategic co-opetition. It means you cooperate with your competitors because it's mutually beneficial. For instance, Google provides its custom TPU chips, the very hardware that powers its own AI, to its rival, OpenAI. They also host Anthropic's model Claude on their cloud platform, even while their own AI model Gemini is in a head-to-head battle with it. They are literally arming their rivals.
And listen, this isn't some accident. It is a core part of their philosophy. deSouza is crystal clear here. He says Google has made an explicit choice to be open, knowing full well that companies will use their tech to build direct competitors. And the punchline?
That's something we are okay with. Wow!
You know, this whole open thing, it's not new for them. It's in their DNA. Back in 2014, they gave away Kubernetes, which now runs the entire industry. In 2017, they published the Attention is All You Need paper, the research that made modern AI like ChatGPT even possible. Their whole strategy today is built on this long history of contributing to the bigger ecosystem.
But all of this raises a really, really important question. Is this openness just a philosophy, or is there another, maybe more strategic reason for it? And that brings us to the regulatory long game, and the chance that this is way more than just a business plan.
See, the timing of this whole flood the zone strategy gets really interesting when you look at the legal storm clouds gathering. I mean, just this month, a federal judge handed down a ruling in the government's huge search monopoly case against Google. And while they dodged the worst-case scenario, that regulatory pressure is not going away.
The core fear for regulators and critics is actually pretty simple. It's that Google could use its absolute dominance in search and all of that data to get an unfair, monopolistic leg up in the next great tech revolution, artificial intelligence. And this is where Google's strategy looks downright brilliant. By positioning itself as this open, neutral platform that's helping thousands of little startups grow, Google gets to build a really powerful argument. They can walk up to regulators and say, hey, look, we aren't stifling competition, we're the ones creating it. It's a strategic narrative that is the perfect counterpunch to those antitrust worries. So at the end of the day, we're left with this one crucial question. Is this flood the zone strategy a brilliant, forward-thinking bet on the next generation of AI? Or is it a masterful defensive chess move designed to survive in a world of intense regulatory pressure? The truth is, it might just be both. And that's exactly what makes it such a fascinating gambit to watch.